Today I dare you to take one full day to just fully lean into your passions, lean into your interests, and learn something new. Today I'm doing just that and taking you guys along with me, and I'm practicing something called a Renaissance Day. Now, why a Renaissance Day? Well, if you've ever felt like you have so many interests in multiple hobbies, all these interests are pulling you in different directions, and maybe you're a little worried that you're doing too much or want to do too much, I have totally been there too. I always thought of this quote. It was, "Jack of all trades, master of none." And I was always worried if I did too many things, I wasn't going to get really good at one thing. But recently I found out that people actually usually get the quote wrong, because the full quote is, "Jack of all trades, master of none, but oftentimes better than master of one." And I feel like people from the Renaissance period really prove this to be true. When I think of the greats from the Renaissance period, they would be interested in anatomy, art, architecture, science, philosophy, and explore all those different routes all at the same time. So if you have a million different interests and hobbies pulling you in multiple directions, good, lean into that. Today I'm going to give you an excuse to do that fully, and today we're going to take a Renaissance Day. So the Renaissance period, quick little history lesson, I believe it's from like the 14th to the 17th century, and it was a cultural movement that revolutionized art, science, architecture. It produced legendary figures such as Leonardo da Vinci, which I'm sure most of you know who that is. And he was known for mastering multiple fields: engineering, art, philosophy. Like his sketchbooks alone are incredible. And I think, did Bill Gates buy some of his sketches from his sketchbook? Anyways, an incredible figure and definitely the perfect example of someone who was a jack of all trades, and he definitely mastered them as well. So there's hope for our hobby enthusiasts out there and people who want to do many, many things. So now that we're in a century where women and men can be very career focused, I like to think of a Renaissance person, woman or man, as someone who just explores many interests and passions. And I want adopting a Renaissance Day in our own lives to just be a day where you take time to just fully explore all your different interests. For me, this is important as someone who is a creative in my work field as well, to just take a day to explore things and learn things, not for monetary value, but just to explore those hobbies freely. It will help you, especially if you're creative in your work field as well, to prevent burnout, really push your skill set outside of your usual boundaries, and to get out of your comfort zone and just learn new things. It can also help you learn some of the basics that perhaps you have skipped because, you didn't have time to learn it before. That's definitely a main point for me and something that I'll be exploring today in my own Renaissance Day. So today, guys, I'm going to show you how to do your own Renaissance Day, the way that I have enjoyed doing it, and the way that I plan to continue doing it into the future as well. So I'm gonna grab my laptop because I have a little bit of a list of steps that we're going to take to fully enjoy our day. So step one, you know me, if you have been watching me on this channel for a while, I love a to-do list, and I also love the tool Notion. I have a lot of Notion tutorials on my channel if you ever want to check those out. So that's why step one is to make a list of what you want to learn and do. Don't just walk into the day without any plans, because I feel like you might just get bored, sidetracked, and just not continue. So I'm gonna make a list. I used Notion to do this. Some example activities that you could come up with. Some of the ones that I came up with was learning some design basics that perhaps you've skipped. That was me. Practicing Figma. I never really used it that much before, so I wanted to learn some of the basics of Figma. Coding. I build websites, but I'm more of a designer, I guess, than a developer, so I wanted to learn some basics of coding. I wanted to practice some sketching just for fun because I don't get to sketch much outside of my work anymore. And I also put in things like reading about psychology or things like that as well. So I urge you to leave some tutorial links for resources. This could be a Figma beginner guide, free coding tutorial on YouTube. YouTube has so many great tutorials, so make a list of all the things that you want to get through. You probably won't get through them all in one day, but you can come back to them the next time you take a day to do these things. All right. Step two, choose your Renaissance Day. Choose the day in the week that you're going to take, or it could be in a month, depending on how busy you are. Choose the day where you're like, this is it. I'm not having anyone reach out to me. No social calendar is going to get filled up. I'm going to take this day to myself to just fully focus on my hobbies, my creative interests, and just learning something new. So once you've chosen your day, I want you to add it to your calendar and commit to it. And if possible, make it a habit. I'm really going to try and make it a habit myself. And once you've got that step complete, I want you to move on to step 3. Step 3 is to get outside for inspiration and energy. Step outside, refresh your mind. I find that inspiration comes from experiencing the world, just like the Renaissance artists who studied nature, architecture, and human movement. Go out for a walk. Maybe bring your sketchbook, get started a little early. Just enjoy being outside for a little bit before we get started on our day. It's so peaceful and quiet today, which is crazy because I was here the other day and it was packed with people. But I love it. This is like such a relaxing morning ritual. I need to do this more often. Step 4, my favorite step, is to grab your favorite snack. I want you to make this day enjoyable, so treat yourself, Make creativity sustainable, not a grind. Make it fun for yourself. So what I did is I actually went to this cute little shop called Coco here in Calgary. So cute, and I loved it because it really makes me think I'm like back in Japan for a split second, where I got some onigiri and some little snacks. And I really felt like a bit of the Japan atmosphere that I'm missing from when I last went to Japan. So it's not as good, I will say, but it's close. It was close. And so I got some snacks. Then I also got this really delicious cookie and I got a latte. And that brings me into the next step, which is to find a new environment to work in. I chose a cafe that I don't go to that often, and I set myself up in a little corner, had my coffee, nice ambiance, and I got ready to get to work. Not work, get to creating. I don't want it to sound like work. Now, you could do this in a library, you could do it in a cafe, a co-working space, but I definitely think changing environments can spark new ideas and help you focus better. For me, it really makes it feel like more of a fun activity too, rather than just staying home. Step 6, this is also an important step. Set the mood with some good music. I really love a good study or creative playlist. I love my classical music playlist for when I want to feel more creative. So I definitely recommend choosing a good playlist, putting on some headphones, and just getting right into it. Step 7, let's get in the zone. So what I focused on today, first I watched a Figma crash course on some shortcuts. This may seem funny to anyone who's been following me for a while because, I do web design and graphic design, but I never really use tools like Figma that much, especially because I build and show it. So it's pretty easy to send a draft over in there and get feedback. It doesn't take me too much time, but I really want to learn Figma because I've seen some people create some amazing portfolio work through there, and I just want to broaden my skill set. I do want to practice coding as well, but I don't think I watched any tutorials this day. I instead watched some on some design basics, like logo design basics, just things that I never really learned myself, because for any of you new here, I am fully self-taught web design, graphic design, designer who runs my own digital marketing business now. So it's really good for me to go back to basics and take some time finally to learn it, because I feel like when business is busy, you just don't have time to brush up on these things. I also really wanted to take some time to sketch. So that's something I also got into. I love creating iPad art. And also recently I've been trying to think of ways to redecorate my space, and I want to come up with some really beautiful art to put in my space. So I took some time to just sketch, practice sketching. I looked at some inspo pictures. I don't know if I'm going to use what I sketched that day, but it just felt really good to actually use my iPad and sketch for fun for once. It's been so long. And then step 8, wrap up, reflect, see how your day went. I can let you guys know how my day went. Honestly, I thought it was really nice. I enjoy taking some solo time to myself. It felt like a solo date, which I'm huge on. And I loved getting outside. I loved walking, getting a snack, going to a different environment. I definitely say though, you should probably go in the morning, because for me, I went around lunchtime time. And by 2 p.m., the cafe was super busy. It got really loud. I think by like 3 p.m., I wrapped up and went home. So I think next time I want to go a little bit earlier in the day. But it was a weekend. I also wanted to, take my time leaving in the morning. I definitely want this to feel like a fun activity. But yeah, the atmosphere of the cafe just got really busy in the afternoon. It was kind of hard to focus on watching different videos and things like that. I will say watching the tutorials was really great. I think I should do this maybe once a week. Maybe it's not a full day. Maybe it's just half a day to do this, because for me, those tutorials are super valuable. I really believe if you never make time for your creative interests and you never fully explore them, then you'll never know how truly capable you are. For me, exploring my hobbies during COVID is probably one of the main reasons that I'm running my own design business today. So take some time out of your busy life to slow down, lean into those interests, lean into those hobbies. You never know when that hobby could become even more fruitful. And also, I think there's something really great about having a hobby that is not for monetary value. It's just something that you enjoy. So I want to ask you guys today, what is stopping you from taking a Renaissance day? If you can take one, book it in your calendar, make it happen, and then come back to this video and let me know how it goes. Let me know also in the comments below if you're going to take one. Like, what are you planning to explore? What are some things that you think I should explore next? And let me know if you'd like to see another Renaissance day from me, because if I could really vlog it next time. It felt like a vlog of me just like filming my little clips, getting out and enjoying the day. But that's everything I have for you guys today. I really hope you enjoy this video and do take a Renaissance day of your own. And I will talk to you all very, very soon in the next video. Bye, friends.